Welcome to a quick tutorial on how to access and use Google Calendar. First of all, you can see that we are in the Chrome web browser. I've logged in under my CRPS account, and I prefer to find my calendar here under the Apps menu. And when I select it, it's going to come up like this. Let's just have a quick look at the interface. Over on the left here, we have a mini calendar to quickly change months. We have My Calendars, as well as other calendars. Yours might be collapsed like this, but we can expand them by clicking that arrow. So let's look a bit more closely at the rest of our interface. Let's light up or turn on our Lawrence Grassie School-wide calendar by clicking next to it. It's going to default to the weekly view. We can also look at a daily view, which I find is just too much space. Weekly is more useful, as well as the monthly view. We can see here two kinds of entries. If they're in a bar like this, in a box, that means it's a day-long event. Something that has limited time is going to come up just like text. You'll see here that they're all in the color blue. We can change that color if we wish, but I'll leave it blue. And this helps us distinguish between other calendars. So we can light up multiple calendars. There we've got 3. You can see again, all day events in the bar shape, individual limited events as text. When it's time to create our event, typically people will use the red create button or beside it the quick add. But I find it much more efficient and accurate to actually mouse over in the week view to the day and the time slot that I want. So let's say Friday the 12th, I want to set up a meeting. It starts at 12:30, so if I hover over that area, click on it, it automatically gives me an hour-long spot in that area. I can quickly type in my title and create event. Notice here that is defaulted to my school-wide calendar. I have other options. So this is often too where people will make a mistake. They don't have it on the right calendar. This is what complicates Google Calendar a little bit, is making sure that you're on the correct shared calendar. So I want it on Grassie, create event. Notice that it defaults to the blue color, and it doesn't have the day-long bar. It has it right in that area that I need it. Let's imagine that I need to modify that because my meeting won't go until 1:30. If I click on it, it gives me the details. I can delete it if I wish, or edit it. If I wish to change the time, it begins at 12:30, but it ends at 1. If I select that area, it gives me different options. Let's say it ends at 1. I can also alternatively add details here. Let's say it's 1:05. There's other options here too about adding details about where it happens and a description. I can also invite certain guests and add them. They'll also get a notice. One more tip. Let's say the date of this changes. Instead of Friday, it happens on a Thursday. I can drag this across to a different day or to a different time. So let's say it changes from Thursday from 12:30 to 1. It actually starts a half hour earlier. I can just drag it in that area and it's now at 12 noon. One last tip for navigating Google Calendar. Another strategy for addressing the challenges of managing all these multiple calendars is to use a little menu. You can see here, if I display all my calendars, it just gets to be overwhelming. If I scroll through month by month here, you can just see it's just too much information. So imagine that I just want to see the professional learning calendar and add an event. First of all, I'm going to go to the month that I want to work with. Let's look ahead to September. If I click here somewhere, there's displaying everything. I just want to display my professional learning calendar. If I expand my calendars here, find my professional learning calendar, the moment I hover over that calendar, I have access to a pop-up menu here with this arrow. If I decide to just display this calendar, display only this calendar, it cleans it right up. The other advantage there is that when I create an event, it's going to default to that calendar rather than my personal calendar. So if I go to create an event here, you can see here it's defaulted to my professional learning calendar. I still can change that, but it makes it much cleaner, much simpler. That's your final tip. Very powerful using the shared calendars. That way everyone is literally on the same page.